Hi all, my name is Santosh and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, the components of C++, in this particular video, I will be talking about the component of C++ and I have already launched the C++ course with PDF notes. Now you can visit my YouTube channels and there will be created uh, the playlist of C++ course with notes there, and you can visit and watch from there. So in this particular video I will be talking about the component of C++. So what are the things that we have to study in the C++ language, and what is C++, we have already discussed in our introduction classes, and the elements and what are the requirements we have already discussed. So in this particular video I will be talking about the components of C++. So you can just like what is C++, and what are the how you can compiles and how we can run and how you can write the programs, and what are the components that are included or involved in the C++ program language. So C++ is the superset of C language. So uh, I'll be take pen. It is the C++ is the superset of C language. So it is the extended form. C++ is the extended of C programming language. So many of the functions and the keywords are to the similar to the C language. So it is very easy to learn C++. At the basic level, the program looks similar in both in C plus and C plus plus, C and C plus plus. If you learn the basic things, basic syntax, then both are the same. Some of the advanced components has been added, just like OOP concept, OOP object oriented concept were added in C plus plus. So if you see the if you are at the basic levels, then it looks uh, similar in both in C and C++. So every statement in C++ ends with semicolon. Semicolon is very important operators. They do in every statements. Just like if you are going to write a code, then a line of code, then you have to actually int the statements. Every statements line of codes will be suppose this line, this line, this line, huge lines, millions of lines, then this will be int by using the semicolon. This is the sign of semicolons, and every statement will be in by using it. So all the reserved words must be written in small cases, and the C++ compiler is case sensitive. So C language is also includes some reserved words. It means reserved word means the words that the meanings that words are already known to the compilers. So it must be in small cases. Suppose print, or it is the function print, or printf. It is the function we were used in C language. So it cannot be used in capital. So small cases, suppose print case in small cases we have to write. And the C++ compiler is case sensitive. It means it understand, it is the case sensitive. Suppose A and A both are the different. Our compiler we understand both are the difference. So it is the small cases, it is the capital cases. It means case sensitive means small cases. These are the C. These both are the different C. Both are the different variables. So we study, or we will be talking. I will be talking about the many of the components, and the types of data, and what are the types we have learned from here. And so first of all, we learn about the data types. Data types. What are the data types? What is the data types in C++? In C++, data types. So I have written some definitions here. You can now visit the, or you can Google, or you can take from the others definitions. But in simple language, I have written here. You can understand very easily. So don't worry, guys. I will be provided this PDF, these PDFs in description links, and now you can visit the GitHub account and you can download from there. I'll be uploaded here. So what is, before entering in other things, we need to understand the meaning of data types. Data types in programming language is a set of data with values having predefined characteristics. Data types in it is the set of data. It has the value having the predefined characteristic. The characteristics of the data types is already defined, already known to the compilers. Means what is the meaning of the data types? Like a C language, C++ also support different data types. Like C language, we have used where we were used. I was used in the just like a C++ language. There are different types of data types, types of data. And similarly, C++ also support the different data types, support the following data, just like char, int, float, double. The basic data types, various modifier preceding them, list of the modifier at signed, unsigned, long, short. The data type support C++ in the list below. I have written here some example. Now you can, just like a char, char, char. You cannot write this as a capital. You have to write it as a small cases. So this char means a character. It contains with the alphabetical. So it contains a character. Suppose a character A. You cannot write double A because it contains only a character. Only a character. So char int. It is the whole number, just like a 1 0 to 9. Suppose it is the whole numbers 0 and then after, as you like to, means numbers. And float means it is related to float decimal. Suppose 5.304. It means it contains decimal numbers. Double, it means if you have to float, if you suppose 5.34567 8, it means you want to, if you want to many digits after a decimal, then that we can use a double. Or integers, it is the numbers, and float is a decimal. Char means characters. Double means it is if you want to write or add many digits after decimal, then you have to use the data types double. Now after this we will also see the I will show you the practical also, how to use the data types and what are the data types. So I have written basic data types in C++. So one is important things that these data types is distinct. It is differ as per the compilers versions. It may be a 4 bytes as per your compilers. This is GCC compilers, GCC C++ compiler. It includes as per the their updated and new versions available in the market. So it will be distinct as per the C++ compilers. Signed int, it contains 2 bytes. Unsigned, it means minus and plus, positive and negative. Unsigned means it is contains only positive. Signed characters, it is to positive and negative. Positive, negative. Unsigned character, it is positive. Float, it contains 4 byte. Double, 8 byte. Long double, 10 byte. Long in and short in. It means as per the data types, it has the size. As per the our compilers is store the uh, it has the it is defined and mentioned in compilers. It stores 2 bytes, 5 bytes. You can search it from the um, internet or any source you can take, but you need to understand basic data types. These are the basic data types and it has the size, so it can take a values, the data type that can be taken attached here, so you can learn from for your examination preparation and assignment too. So data types we have studied here. So I will show you in next slide too about the variables. So variables, first of all, we have already I've already uploaded the video related to the C programming language. Now you can visit the playlist and you can learn from there. The variables means all the if you any language, any programming language, if you are learning, variables means the definition will be the same, but the characteristics, the functionalities is also the same. The keywords maybe are different, just like the variable declarations. Variable, just if you understand, if you study about it, then variable, it is the container of data, such that variables are names used to refer some memory locations. It is the containers. Suppose this is our memory and it stores a block of memory will be reserved. Suppose its name is A, having the value 10. It means a memory, a block will be reserved for the variable A having the value 10. So variable can be named according to the uh, following rules. It means I have written here, it is the containers. This is the containers, and that container contains int, float, char, double. It is the box. Just variable means it is just like a box. It's just like a box. It contains some value having the reserved. It reserved some spaces in the our RAM having their name. It is a variable is just like a name, named. Variable are names used to refer some memory locations. It means it is our memory and it will refers some, it occupy, it reserved some memory. Suppose this location is name is A, it contains value, suppose 10. This is called variables. So to declare any variables, there are some rules, basic rules. Then just like variable can be named as the following rules. Just like a variable name must begin with a letter. If you suppose int A, every variable will be start from the letters. You cannot write letters. The first question, the first point is saying like this. Variable name contains letters, numbers and underscores. Variable names, just like a int name, letters, suppose A to underscore, you can declare like this also. So variables name are case sensitive. Variable names are case sensitive. Suppose int, it does not, you have to write like this, the case sensitive. After A you can write capital, but at the initial you have to write the case sensitive. Reserved word of the C++ cannot be used. Suppose just like if you want to int, suppose int, if you want to write the name of the variable just like int, You cannot write like this because it is reserved word. The meaning of this is already known to the C++ compiler. It already developer of C++ programming language already reserved this word. You cannot use for declaring any variables. So I am making so I have draw containers. It contains int, float, char, and double. It holds data. It holds data, and the data have the some data types also. So uh, it declaration and definitions of variables have to be declared before used before using. So I can erase here. Before using, if you want to going to use a variables, then you have to declare at first. Before being used, you have to declare. Variable declaration tells the compiler name and data types of the concerned variables. Variable declaration, suppose int a, it tells to the compiler variable. This is the variable declaration. Variable declaration, it tells to the compilers the data types of the variables and variables name. A memory will be reserved for the variable name a. It will be reserved for the variable name a, having the data types int. So general syntax of declaration variable is data types and variable name. Suppose syntax of variable declaration is data types, data type, variable name, just like a float, a b c. See, it is the name of the data types, and ABC is the float. So we can declare like this. And if you just like this is called only declaration of the variables. If we want, if we declares are just like I declare variables int a, it is the declaration, variable declaration, and variable initialization means the value contains, suppose just like I have created here, this is the memory, and this is the name of the memory is a. This is if you did not put any values, that is declarations. If we suppose we initialize, we keep some value, that is called variable initializations. Suppose int a equal to 10, this is called variable initialization. This is called variable initialization. And after the statement, we have to use semicolon to end the statement. So just like this is the variable declaration and this is the variable initialization. So we can see here variable declaration and variable initializations. I have already prepared here. Variable declaration means this is called, I'll change the color here, ink color. I use this. This is called variable declaration. This is the data types. This is the name of the variables. This is the semicolon. After the statement, we use semicolon to end the statement. This is called variable declaration, and this is called, if we put the value, we keep the value, that is called the variable initialization. And how to initialize the value? We have to use assignment operators to assign a value of the variables. So this is the we can practice here. Just like variable declaration and variable initialization. Suppose int age. This is the variable declaration, and int, I can change the other color. Oops. So int age equal to suppose 22. This is the variable initialization. Data types, name of the variable, and this is called assignment operator. Assignment operator. This equal sign is called assignment operators, and this is the value of the variables. Suppose this is, I can draw here, this is our RAM. This is our RAM in our computer system. So random access memory, this is the volatile. After power up, the data will be deleted. So I have initialized a variable. Suppose the name of the variable is age. The name of the variable is age. Oops, mistake. I can change the color. Sorry. And well, this is the memory will be reserved for the name of the variable age. This is a block of memory will be reserved. A block of memory will be reserved for the variable's age, and its value will be assigned here. So this is called variable initialization. So age equal to 22. As per our requirement, we use the age equal to 22. So variable is a containers box, just like having pipe and name. Suppose just like a equal to 5 int. It means another block of memory will be reserved by the name of a equal to 5. This is called the variable initialization. If we are not initialize the value, then it will call the variable declarations. If you don't need to initialize the value at the beginning or at the starting initial phase, we want to take for the input from the user, then we only declares the variables. In that case, we use like this. And if you want to initialize static initializations, that it is called static initialization. Static initialization. So in the components of C++, we also see the other things, just like tokens in C++. What are the tokens? As per the programmers used C++ tokens, just like identifiers. In every C programming language, we should used the tokens. The C++ programming language are every programming language, the code we have written there has been made up of identifier with the identifiers, keywords, constant, and also operators. So to write a program, identifiers are defined name of the variables. This is called the name of the variables, such as name, first name, name, age, etc. What you have defined the name of the variable, that is identifiers, identifiers, identifiers. So identify identifiers, you can identifiers, you can write like this. And keywords, keywords in C++ programming language are the reserved word. We cannot use the keywords as a identifiers or identifies and the name of any variables. We cannot not use keywords because it is already known to the compiler this meaning, and it is already reserved for it. The developer, just like Bezarne Stars Troop, already when they were developed it, and the keywords just like 63, I think, if I am not wrong, it will be increases as per the um, enhancement or version of the C++, just like C++ 11. Now the C++ 26 has been updated 23, 26. So these are the this is the name of the variables, name of variables, and these are the reserved word. And constant, it means the value does not change. If we declare, if we initialize any constant value, then it will not be changed later. So if we call them, this man is very constant, he never changes. So that is the uh, function we use in here also. So constant value does not change. Operators supports, C++ support all the C operators. What we had used, the operators that was used in C, that also supports the operators in C++ programming language. I have written some keywords reference here. You can visit, and these are the official sites of C++ programming language. You can visit and note down, read from there. And the keywords are reserved word. Many keywords are common to C programming language, and as long all the keywords have the specific meaning. Just like some of the keywords have the specific meanings, just like auto, auto, break, break, delete. These are the keywords class reserved word. Many keywords are common to C, and some of the C++ keywords are auto. We have already I've already written here. So as per our practical sessions, we will learn. I will be taught you to about the tokens, just like identifier, keywords, constant operators, and what are the keywords we used in our programming later. So constant means value does not change later. If we assign or declare and initialize, once you declare, once I declare the value, it does not change later. So we use the keyword just like const int equal to 5. So these will not be changed later. And C++ also support the operators, just like arithmetic operators, and relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators as well. So identifier, just like practice, int a equal to 5, As per the tokens, these are the data types. Data type, these are the variable name. Variable name and identifier. Identifiers. Identifiers. These are the assignment operators. Assignment operators and value, and these are the semicolon. Semicolon. It means tokens. Tokens. Data types also variable name, identifiers, assignment operators, and these are the value, and these are the this is the semicolon. So to declare our initialized variables, we use to use this keyword. This is the syntax to declare any variables or initialize any variables. So we have also used just like constant. Const keyword we use to declare. Just like I change the color. Const keyword, suppose int a equal to 10. If we use the keyword const, the value of the a will not be changed later. Once I declare the value, use the const, it will not be changed. It constant, it does not change later. So and operators means we operators just like arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise operators we have already learned, and I will be taught you in this as video also. So operators. Operators in C++. Operators in C++. I change the color here. And so, well, arithmetic operators. It means C++ provide 5 simple operators, just like 4 simple operators: arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise. Just like arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators. Relational operators, just like arithmetic operators, means plus, minus, multiplication, divide, modulus operators, increment, decrement. Relational operators means are the binary operators, we can call it. It compares the binary numbers. Then the relational operator that data values against one other and return the value either 1 or 0. Then it will be compare or related. This is the greater than, less, equal, greater, equal to operator, not equal operators. In logical operator, we can see a logical and, logical or, and logical not. This is the symbol exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. You can see here. So and bitwise operators. Bitwise. Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions or to compare Boolean expression, just like a true or false, or just just like a binary 1 and variables, just like and binary 0. We have to I will show you how to use the logical operators and bitwise operators and relational operator and arithmetic operators as well. So bitwise operators modify just like a bitwise. These are the bitwise and bitwise or, this is the symbol you can see here, bitwise XOR, bitwise not. Bitwise is related to basically binary form, binary 0 and 1. Comparison will be happen as per the 0 and 1, and this is also 0 and 1s. So it's like a arithmetic. Suppose int a equal 5, int b equal 6. So a plus b addition, we used plus sign, means 5 plus 6 equal to 11. So we use minus sign, we use multiplication sign, we use percentile, means this is called modulus. So just like a modulus, modulus means it gives the remainder. Suppose 7 modulus 2 means 7 divided by 2. 3 to the 6, 1. It means this is the modulus operators. Modulus operators. It gives the remainder. It gives the remainder. So, and equal operators. Oops, sorry. Plus operators. Suppose you declare initialize a value a equal to 5, then a plus plus will gives you a increment operator, means increment operator. Increment operators, it gives you the plus. A equal to now became 6. Increment increase by 1, and a minus minus will decrease by 1. So now a became now 4. A became 4. It gives the decrement operator. This will give the output increment operator. So I will show you the practical how to use the operators of different types, like arithmetic, logical, and relational as well. So, and just like a comparison, I will show you relational. Relational, if you can see here, it's like greater than, smaller, logic, and uh, a is greater than b. If true, it gives true, it will be executed. It does not true, false, the false statement will be executed. We'll see in practical. So now move to the C++ input output methods, C in and C out. So in every C++ program, it's compulsory to include IO stream. In every C++ program, we have to include IO stream.h. These are the header files .h. Input output stream, it means input output functions, method, object, and stream is the statement. You can see here. So in every C++ program, it is compulsory to include iostream.h header files. The header files iostream.h defines the two objects. The first one is cin, we read it cin, and the second one is cout. It is input object we have to take input from the users it, by using the extraction operators. Output object, it will print the double quoted statement inside the double quotation in the print console. So which correspond to the standard input stream. This is called standard input stream and standard output stream, we called it. And we will take or give input from the keywords, and this will print the message written in the code written within this insertion operators. So IO stream, the C in and C outs are actually predefined object. This meaning is already known to the compiler, and it is defined in IO stream dot. Yes, it contains the declaration for C in C out statement. It is pronounced as C in. It is pronounced as C out. So now move to the second. I will show you the practical sessions and how to use, just like in C programming language we use printf and scanf functions, uh, and we use C out instead of printf, and we use scanf. We use C in instead of scanf. Just like a we I was you have the, if you return the program in C language, then printf is used to it is the output functions, and scanf is the input functions. Just like a C out is the output objects and functions, and C in is input object, and these are both objects are defined in IO stream.s. Before using it, we have to include IO stream.s header files in every C programming language. And this is the structure of C++ programming language. Structures, every programming language have a structure. So it's like a documentation sections. This is the first and header files. These are the document structures of the C++ program. Every programming language consists of different sections. Some of the sections are optional and some are mandatory. The structures of C++ program supports different sections as I have mentions here. It's like first one is documentation sections, header file sections, class declaration or definition sections, class function definition section, and these are the importance section, that is called main function sections. The first sections, the documentation sections, put the comment for the program. Comment statement can be included in the program by prefixing the single line comment slash. This is used to write the single line comment. And the second sections, header files, single. Why we use comments? Suppose if you are going to write a program, and you have to mention there who is the writer, who creates, when it was created, and why this program is created. So you have to write. You don't want to print that things, but you want to give the more information description about the program. They have to write the code statements between the comments. It will not be printed in the console. So Header files, header file sections. It includes section. Second section include various header files required. As per your requirements, you can include as per your requirement header files to use the objects defined or uh, defined in the um, available in the C++ program, just like a IO stream header files. This is used for C in and C out. To use C in C out objects, input output object, you need to include the header files IO stream.th. Class declaration and definition sections. Class declaration section. In these sections, users can declare class before or after main. You can use class. You can declare a class before main and after main, but it's good practice to declare it before main. If you want to, if you are writing a code and if you have to declare a class, then it is very better, and it's good practice if you declare the class before main function. This is the main functions. It is not bad, but it will be very good if you declare the class before the main functions. So question, if you see that this like a, it's also a questions. Write a structure of C++ program, then you have to mention these are the 4 5 lines, sections, points. Class functions definitions. Class function definition can be done either inside or outside class. I will show you the things about this class declarations and class functions, how to declare and what are the classes and OOP concept. I will show you. I will be teach you after when we reached the OOP concept. This is the basic things we have uh, already learned about the structure of C++ program, but this is very important to write any C program. So every C++ program start with the functions, just like a main functions. It is the main functions. Every C++ program start with the main function. Without main functions won't be executed. It is mandatory to include in every C++ program. Just like a C++ to allow you to create your own functions in the program. We can also create our own function in C++ and C. So and the execution always begin with the master functions. Execution will begin. Execution will be begin from the main function. It is the master function. Master function. Master function. You can see. So and it will be enclosed with the parentheses. It's like a this should matching closing parentheses, just like a bracket, just like a main parentheses. We have to include. These are the master functions. So in the other slides, compiling and executing of C++ programming. As you have, if you are going to write, if you write the C++ code, and after it, what will happen inside there? The first stage, there are 3 stages in executing of the C++ program. Uh, they are compiling, executing, and compiling, linking, and running. These are the 3 stages of compiling and executing. to execute and compile the program, you have to do the three things that will be happened in the program. There is the compiling, linking, and running. So the compiling is the process. Compiling means just like it is the process to convert source code, the code we have written inside the main functions or our text editor IDE, that is called the source code to and compiling is the process to convert source to machine code, source code to machine code that our machine can understand. Compilation means translation translation and that is the compiler and interpreter also. Interpreter in C dot, the extension of the plus plus programming, just dot cpp. This is the extension. It's like cpp is the extension of the C++ programming. cpp is a file program file which also known as source files, and when it is compiled you get a object file with extension. Suppose here this is a dot cpp. When you compile it, it will be converted into machine code and the code will be converted to the object file. The name of the file is same but the extension will be changed after compiling. Extension will be obj, means object. It will be converted or it will be changed into the object file. The C++ program have to be typed computer. It is the C++ is the typed programming language. Nothing will be happen if you don't write anything. It will not be happen anything. It means typed. We have typed here and it will be converted like this. If you write our program file is saved within an extension, it is saved in extension.cpp, but during the compilations it will be changed.a.obj. This is known as source code. This is known as source code. Source code. C++ compiler takes source code. C++ compiler takes the source code as its input, and if there are no errors, then it produces a machine code of your program which is saved in a disk file with the same name but with the extension .obj. It will be saved. This will be saved out disk and the name of the extension will be changed to the .obj. It will be executed. It will be compiled with the same name having the different extensions like a obj object file, which is a machine readable readable file. The machine, our machine can understand, and it will gives the as per our code. It gives the output as our written code. So C++ program can be implemented on different operating systems, just like Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, just like DOS, and it has the different compilers. C++ compilers, just like GNU C++, GNU C++, Borland, BORLAND, all and C++, and Jordic, and many more. And the second is our This is the first stage to compile the program. It will a b c dot cpp. This is the source code. Source code. After compilations, it will change abc dot obj. This is the machine readable format. Obj. Oops. This will be compiled. Machine readable. Machine readable object file. It will be converted to the .obj file. It will be saved in our disk and it will be by the names abc.cpp, but during the executions compilation, it will be converted uh, having the same name of the file with a different name of extension .obj. And the second one is linking. Linking is an essential process. It is the essential process when executing the file. The role of the linker is to link the file and functions required and used by the program of the library, like create a single executable file. It includes the files required to execute the files, just like a header files. Header file. It includes linker will include this program library files are linked to create single executable. It links to the header files are the files. It includes the file which is required to execute the code. And the third is running stage. Last stage is running stage. Execute the files. Compile the files. Main file will be converted to the object file. It links to the header files and other files which is required for the program. And this is the last stage. And it executes the file where the statement in the program will be executed one by one. This is the compilation process. Execution. So it's like where the statement in the program will be executed one by one, and when you execute the program, the compiler display the output of the program and comes back to the program. And just like when you execute it, the compiler will display the program whatever you have written inside the code. So it will return to the editor. And so compiling and executing the C++ plus program will having the three stages. It's like compile, link the files, and run or execute the file. So we have write a simple C++ program, and we understand what are the syntax. We can whenever you write any program, then which things are what syntax, how many lines of code that you have to write to execute and run the compile linking the program here. So I have written a simple C++ program. So oops, change the color. So first of all, we have to include the header files here. Now what is happening here? We include header file. This is called header files. Using namespace std, we use the namespace used in the standard library, so we use it, this line. If you don't use it, you have to use just like a c and out double colon std, and then you have to insertion operand, and it will be print. So this is the and this is the using name space std, this line we have to include here. And int main, why we use here using name spaces, so of the name of the standard library are the same, then we can use if you don't use, you have to use double colon and std operators like this. We have, I will show you in the lab session. So this is the main functions, initial, starting, initial, master, main functions. Inside it we have a write program of the C++ programming language. So C out insertion operators, and this is the, change the color. So this is the double quote, the double, inside the double quote it will print in the console int line, it gives the new line return 0. It means compilation successfully at the 0 time, compilation successfully at 0 microseconds, successfully compiled. Operating system will compile it, the program successfully completions. It means whatever what the operating system installed in our system will be successfully compiled the system. So C out, and we use C insertion operators, and the double quote, inside the double quote the message will be printed hello world warrior, return 0 means successfully compilations. C out is used to print output in the console. So just like you have written your first program hello.world, and it will be print in the console hello.world, bracket open, bracket close, and after the statement we use the semicolon. Here also we use this, the it ends the statements, terminate the statements. See out is the output standard objects, and hello world the statement int, it also insertion operator indel means it gives the new line, return 0 means successful compilations. These are the simple C++ programming code. So I will upload the notes, don't worry guys, I will upload the in description link, I will provide you the links from where you can download the its PDF file, and you can make your notes, and it will be very helpful for your examination purpose or assignment, and just you, if you are preparing for C++ programming language, it will be very helpful. So thanks for watching guys, and I would like to request you, please subscribe the channel and hit on bell icon and like, share and comment. And if you have any query, now you can comment here. Thanks for watching.